Today you're going to learn the 14 steps to starting a successful candle business. The first step is research and planning. Within your market research, you have to be intentional about your competitors and identifying who will be a threat to your success. But not only that, who will give you inspiration, friendly competition. You can find out exactly how to identify your niche by using my candle business guide located in the description of this video. You have to have a dedicated business plan. Like I said before, grab a candle business guide. It has a free business plan template built into it, already done for you. But you need that to secure business funding down the line. In step 2, you have to really identify whether or not you're interested in being a sole proprietor or a limited liability company. A limited liability company and a sole proprietor are great alternatives to paying all of your taxes via your personal social security number. I definitely recommend creating an employer identification number for free using irs.gov. You see .com, they're going to charge you for your EIN, but you can get an EIN for free. Now, the hard part, deciding whether or not you should be an LLC or a sole proprietor. Typically, candle business owners should be limited liability companies because down the line you may want to hire people. If you're a sole proprietor, it'll be a lot harder to do that and file for their W-2. Sole proprietors often cost less when it comes to registration, but as it relates to your taxes and establishing a solid business to even apply for business funding, LLCs are the way to go. When you decide whether or not you want to be a sole proprietor or a limited liability, it is also imperative for you to identify what other permits and licensing you need. To be honest, as a candle business owner, the only thing that you need is insurance, which you can get from Insurion.com. The rate for your insurance will vary among states, and Insurion.com covers all 50. It's also imperative for you to know after you've created your EIN and registered your business as a limited liability company, you can also register within your state to be tax exempt. This is something that a lot of your wholesale vendors will not tell you, but you're eligible to be tax exempt because you're an entrepreneur and you're an owner, and you can email them that you're registered within your state as tax exempt, and they will have to honor that. If you have a $100 order and the tax on it is like $10, they have to waive that $10 because you're a business owner. This is the fun part. You already did all that spending money and pain. Now you can make it pretty. Make sure your logo is centered around your business plan. Like I said 2 times now, go to the candle business guide located in the description of this video. It'll help you identify who you are, who your brand is, what matters the most to your company, and that's how you could shape your logo, as well as your business mission, as well as every other aspect of how you want to market yourself to your intended demographic. It's imperative to have a set color scheme as well, so that there's brand continuity. Once people see your brand, they want to be able to remember it. The best way to build a lasting impression is by an association of colors and fonts. So make sure you keep those the same. Don't fold for the first year. Within developing your brand, you also need to discover your name. Like I said before, the name of your brand should be around your niche as well as your mission, so you can get help for that in the candle business guide. Step 4 is product development. It is game time. You have created the foundation of your business, set it up strong. Now you're ready to get into the nitty-gritty of the creative side of execution. So you have to source all of your materials. I definitely recommend going to my video of where to buy candle supplies. It's linked in the description of this one. While you're creating these products, it's imperative for you to actually test them. I would encourage you to make a candle and light it and see how it performs. Don't just burn it for 4 hours. Just leave it. Let's see the full burn, like fully to the brim. That way you can understand whether or not the wicks are right, the wax makes sense, or the jar. If you have trouble with that, the Candle Maker Survival Guide has every different type of wax recipe for you, so you could get that together, because that was something in the beginning I struggled with, and it's so embarrassing because, you know, when you start a business, your ego is right here. It's like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a boss lady, boss man, I do what I do, and then it gets a little shaky because people are like, oh, I'm so excited to buy your product. Oh, but my product kind of, it sucks. So go get the recipes. Haters, because a lot of times people who are asking you about your product before you even launch, they're your #1 haters. You gotta give them that. Don't give them no glory. Don't give them no satisfaction. You like, splat. Now pay me full price. Period. Alongside creating your products, it's important to set up your workspace. I have several videos on my channel about creating the best candle studio. It's imperative for you to have a workspace that is open and productive. You want to have an environment where you know you can succeed no matter what. I definitely recommend having items in your candle studio for packing that are already pre-made. A great example being your boxes. If you have shipping boxes for your business, have them already set up so that when you're shipping, it's one less step. It's also imperative to create stations. So you can have a candle making station, then you can have a curing station, and then you can have a packing order station, and then you have a social media station. That social media station is where you go to create your content for your Instagram and TikTok. That will force you to understand that that dedicated area is where you go no matter what. You have to time block that as well. Be diligent as it relates to the fact that you know this has to be done, so you take it seriously. Make sure it's a priority. This is the number one thing you need to get done for your business, because if nobody knows about your product, how are they gonna buy your product? You have to have a consistent social media plan. These type of challenges will motivate you to step out of your comfort zone. But yeah, you'll get access to a free one-on-one coaching once you buy your ebook on Patreon. If you're struggling to know what equipment you should have, I definitely recommend checking the description of this video. I linked all of the common supplies that I use in my space, as well as on Patreon you'll see another link for the top supplies. Okay, number 6, you need to create a pricing strategy. You should take a real inventory, which you could do using my cannabis inventory sheet located in the description of this video, but automatically calculate how much each candle costs and then times that by 3. It's 1 times for the labor and 1 times it for profit. Once your business expands, you're going to need to differentiate those two in terms of getting business funding as well as accurately claiming it on your taxes. Secret tip: if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you need to pay yourself as a W-2 employee on your LLC. Comment down below if you need more help with that. Number 7, packaging and design. So I talk about this a lot in the Candle Making Survival Guide, but you need to have a beautiful presentation when it comes to your packaging. And I'll also link a video down below of how to pack candles, because that is a common question that comes up in our community. You don't want to just throw somebody a USPS box. Make it different. You'll be surprised. Them USPS boxes are free, but it costs way more to ship from USPS priority. So you might as well invest in your own boxes and your own tape so that you will set yourself apart. They love how high quality the boxes look because it gives them the opportunity to remember you, and it's something that stands out when they're opening their door and they see all these USPS boxes, UPS, Amazon boxes. Boom, they go see your candle, like, wow, that's my custom handmade order. If there's anything you could do to set yourself apart and look high quality, do it. Now we're moving on to labeling. If you need help with your labels, I have several videos on my channel, but the number 1 video I'll link down below, step by step in detail how to make a candle label using Canva. Canva has changed the game for my labels. It has made my products so much higher quality. I got so many more sales when I upgraded from black and white labels to doing high resolution color labels. And you can do that with Canva because they have pictures that are actually designed for you. They leave space for you to create your label. Number 8, you need to build an online presence. So I recommend using a website to start. This really forces you to actually build up an audience, because Etsy's going to give you some sales, right? But you don't know when Etsy's going to ban you. You don't know when Etsy's going to overcharge you. Etsy is a little shaky for me. So I went to my own Shopify website, to be honest, because it forced me to build email lists. So I created an email list of 547 leads, which I was able to curate on my own just by taking the time out to build an audience on social media. The best way to build an audience on social media is to host giveaways and provide incentives to your audience. Emails are key for your success in your business. So I definitely recommend hosting giveaways, collaborating with other business owners, and the way that people can sign up for the giveaway is to enter an email. Also, if you do in-person events, get an email from every single person. Bring out a old-fashioned clipboard and a pen and be like, I'm doing a giveaway, write your email down. Another great way to enhance your marketing strategy is by having high quality photos. So I definitely recommend leveraging amazing AI generated tools to enhance your product photos. So you just have to execute it more appropriately. I definitely recommend getting outside. Take your pictures outside in the sunlight. If you don't have any sunlight in your area, it's still gonna work, because for some reason natural light looks better as an entrepreneur than ring light. And number 10, you need to identify how you're going to sell these products the fastest. If you made it this far, you get the cheat code. You get to know the tea, okay? It is imperative for you to have a marketing. The fastest way to make sales is through TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, okay? These social media channels are where people are looking, and late at night when all the world is sleeping, catch them at a good weak moment. You want to catch them before they brush their teeth. You want to grab them and reel them in with a compelling social media post. So I definitely recommend setting up TikTok shop, Instagram shop, as well as Facebook, having your full brand on Facebook, because that way you can link your products to your social media posts. So if you're doing something funny on TikTok and you link your product, oh my God. You know how many people buy from TikTok shop? A lot of wives be buying from TikTok. A lot of moms be buying from TikTok. That's your people. That's the people you want to get their money from, making money. Do it for that. Another way that you can make money in terms of your candle business is through wholesale. But you could go on fair.com and gain access to basically the Etsy of wholesale. If you set it up, you're gonna get a lot of sales. You gotta set it up really good. If you wanna be ranked high, you should actually look at videos from Memory Box Candle Co. I'll link a video I saw from her down below. She went into detail about her experience as it relates to selling several thousands of dollars on fair. Another easy, fast way to make money is through craft fair. You gotta go in the field. You gotta be out there, get in the sun, or even in the winter. Winter is even better. That's the candle season. But you have to go in person and sell your products, because you get real instant, immediate gratification, as well as immediate feedback if your candle don't smell good. And sometimes you don't know unless you ask. And the more feedback you get, the more you're going to build your better business. Once you have your business established, the number one thing you have to understand is that you need to fail early and often, okay? And the easiest way to assess a failure is by getting that immediate feedback in a farmer's market. If someone tells you this candle stinks, ask more, elaborate, let me know more. And the more they tell you, the more you're able to enhance it. So don't go to one farmer's market. If you have a farmer's market that has accepted you in your area, you need to be hitting that farmer's market at least 2 to 3 times a month. That's a lot, but it pays off, because you can take the money from the farmer's market, put it back in your marketing, put it back in your business, and you can actually build an email list, because new people come to farmer's markets every single weekend. Number 11. Customer service, customer support. So luckily I use Shopify, and they have apps in place where you can auto reply to people, as well as get notifications on your phone when someone asks you a question. But another way to enhance your customer service and customer support is by going live. Then people feel that connection to your company, and they're more likely to make those purchases. And alongside going live, encourage feedback. Welcome people to speak on this as much as possible. Give away candles more often than you would think. A lot of times you're like, oh my God, I made this, I spent all this money on it, I want to hold on to it, and it's your money don't make no money, okay? These are lippy jars. They were like $2 or $1.50 each. Once I started selling these, they went crazy. People were like, what, we gotta have that? This iridescent white is just obsessive. So who knew? Would you rather sell 1 or 2 of the thing that you spent a few dollars less, or would you rather sell 20 of the thing you invested in? Really put it in perspective. All right, number 12, finance time. This is the hardest part. Oh my God. When I first started, I was like, wait, so I have to pay for my LLC every year? Yeah, you have to register every year. It's just like your car tags. They want the money every year. And you have to file taxes quarterly. You can write off your phone bill if you use your phone for business. You can write off a couple things. And I'll give you more insight in a one-on-one coaching. Shopify, like I said before, is an amazing resource, not only for you to start your business, but it's also great for capital. So Shopify will give you money as a small business owner. I remember in the beginning, I was only making $400 a week from Shopify, and then they were like, can we give you funding? Like, we want to give you funding. My first loan from them was $320. I'll never forget. I was so happy. And then mid-loan, if they see you making sales, they're like, can we give you another loan? So you have 2 loans with them. They'll just increase the amount of money they give you as you make sales. Like, they'll give you a loan, and then deposit the money into your bank, and then every time you make a sale, they take a percentage. If you made 3 sales that day, they're gonna take like 17% of those 3 sales that day. And it just until they get their money back. It's so beautiful, and it builds a business credit too because it's reporting to EIN. You could also set up a cell phone business name as well. And in terms of your finances, you really do need to assess your budget. What are you worried about? What are you passionate about? What gives you the happiness as it relates to long-term growth? Typically what I like to do is identify how much I want to make per month and then work backwards. But okay, so I want to make $5,000 a month. My candles are $25. Sell 1 candle, I have to do X, Y, and Z. How many candles do I have to sell to get to 5,000? So then how many times do I have to do X, Y, and Z to get to 5,000? That's how it works. And I give you that specific cheat code in our coachings. But yeah, that is the blueprint. You have to really identify your budget based upon how much you want to make per month and then how much the cost of goods are. Number 13, you need to scale your business. I often research a lot of successful business owners, and what they mention most is that you can't do it all. When you start your business, yes, you are the marketing, you're the shipping and handling, you are the creative, you wear all the hats. But as you continue, if you want to get actual revenue, you have to outsource certain challenging tasks. A lot of those include getting someone to effectively market your products on social media. Just having someone do a marketing audit of your Instagram can be a game changer. You can get somebody off Fiverr to do this for you. For me, HubSpot was an investment of mine and has been a game changer as it relates to your sales approach and then managing all of your emails. Just investing in tools that you think will set you up for success. Last but certainly not least, you need to focus on staying compliant and safe. Really research, do your due diligence on social media, Google, and you could even ask me, you could ping me on Patreon. I can help you as it relates to a CBD candle company. And it's imperative for you to understand that playing games with anything CBD, THC related is gonna be sticky when it comes to Facebook sales or when it comes to pretty much any sale. It's so much harder because the item you're selling doesn't appeal to children. If it doesn't appeal to children, then the government's involved, like, no, don't promote that, don't do that. CBD oil in a candle, it could work, but I feel like the biggest challenge with that would be on Facebook. If it says CBD, they're gonna immediately delete your product. And then you're like, you made it, you spent all this money, and you won't even be able to get a profit on it. So it's just certain little things to be mindful of to stay compliant. And all of this just boils down to ongoing education. You can watch videos on my channel. Definitely subscribe if you have not already. This channel will give you insight into what actually works because I did it once. I figured something out, immediately it gets uploaded to this channel for you. So you don't want to miss out on that. Definitely comment any questions or put them on Patreon. You'll get a faster response there. And I hope this was helpful. That is the impact. That is the focus for this channel. And we go live every Friday, so definitely don't miss out on that. Always know that you've never seen the righteous forsaken. Know that God comes in the perfect timing. Everything's working out perfectly for you. And if you stay focused on him, he will blow your mind. Okay, bye.